G'day. This week it's all about the top 7 canyons or gorges that I've visited in America thus far. Now if you jump on the internet you'll see all sorts of differing opinions. Some people say, you know, these are our top 10 and these are, and the variations on that. But I noticed each one of those that I looked at, almost all of them said, just for your reference, we may make some commission out of this. So I'm not making anything. This is just my opinion on what I think is really good. So yeah, difference between a gorge and a canyon, none. And generally speaking, you'll be going to national parks, but sometimes you will go to a canyon and it's a state park. The state park, you can't use your America is Beautiful pass, so it doesn't matter, you can't beat the system that way. You've just got to pay separate. So let's go. The Americans have got me again, yet in a good way. So I'm in Zion National Park and this place again is outstanding. I was hoping to just be able to just pull over and say first impressions, it's like being on the bottom of the Grand Canyon, but it's not, it's completely different. The rock formations just go up and up and up and you are right next to them. So and also it looks like the rocks have been cut in deliberately. I'm sure they haven't. I'm sure they've got an incredible history to them, but yeah, it's, again, it's outstanding. I'm calling that Dolphin Rock. See the mouth? Cock-a-doodle-doo, Zion, I'm just leaving. Now I'm headed for Bryce Canyon and probably after that I think I'm about canyoned out. So looks like a beautiful day, very, very mild, 68 degrees, which in old world or new world or whatever you want to call it, I think it's about 23, so perfect day for driving. The sun is just coming up and splashing right across the hills, which is really, really nice. Anywho, must get going. I'm at the top of the trail and seriously thinking about doing this. I think it's almost doable for me, although at the point of what is or isn't, I don't know. I'll know when it happens. The real key is plenty of water and a lot of luck and a little bit of fitness. I found a really quiet part of town, part of the rim walk, and yeah, you can just get that really wonderful feeling. It's just so majestic. It's nice to be quiet as well. And I'm fairly close, pretty sure I'm fairly close to the lodge. And with the lodge, they have a shuttle service here, so you can jump on there and jump off as you, whenever you want. I think it's around about every 15 to 20 minutes. So I'll check a little bit of that before it gets too late. I think the last shuttles are in about 8 o'clock at night, and I don't want to be too far from camp when that happens. I'll let you enjoy this view. This is filming from Bryce Point. Now the whole reservation thing is just because literally too many millions of people come to see the arches on a daily basis. So what they do is it costs $2 and you've got to make a reservation. And initially I thought, because it says you can reserve between 7 and 8, 8 and 9, etc., etc. And I was thinking when I was, a couple hundred miles back, I thought, I'm making a reservation, I've got to race in there and in and out within an hour. Well, that's not true. Actually, what it is they're the times that you're saying that, look, that's when I want to come through. Apparently, once you've come through, if you come through and see some of it and then you go back same day, think, oh, wouldn't mind going back and just checking that out. That means you've already got through the reservation system, so they're happy to let you come back in again. So that's handy to know. It cost $2. The other day I had to relinquish that $2. Oh no. And I had to do that, otherwise I just couldn't get to the distance. I'd miscalculated. It's 250 miles I had to drive just to get in that little time slot. So today I go up and explore it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy, there's a couple of companies that do this, I'm going to buy a thing that is a self-drive. What it does is you click it in your phone, some sort of an app on the phone, and it talks you through on the GPS as you're going past up the hill, and it'll say blah blah arch, and this is well known for, and all that sort of stuff. So that costs around about $20. Otherwise you could do a proper tour, which costs around about $190. And that's in an open bus, and they'll obviously talk you the same things as the other. And with the organised tour, they do take you to more than just the arches. They also take you over to Dead Horse or whatever it's called. So that's consideration. And also it's consideration, do you really want to drive the 3 switchbacks here and deal with other tourists who are just not awake and not concentrating? So there's your sort of 0 to, well, you can do it. You can do without it. Oh, I'm starting to ramble. I'll speak to you later. Here's a little hint for you. If you do the mad dash and get in before 7 o'clock, doesn't mean you don't have to buy a ticket, and it doesn't mean that, you still need a ticket, which costs $30 to get in, or if you've got one of those national passes, you get in for free. Make certain you have your pass and your proof of who you are when you're going through that. Now, here's a little hint though, because there's such a dash, and seriously, there's a lot of people trying to get in before 7 o'clock, then what happens is there's this big, all this traffic driving up at 7 o'clock. So what I've done is I've just, and the ranges and everything, they open up at 7:30. So what I've done is just chill down, put the kettle on for a cup of tea, taking my time, and then when they open up, I'll just double check I've got all the information I need, and then I'll have chilled, had a nice cup of tea, and then just meander up into the arches. For those that are following on the map, I'm about halfway through the park. Now the top balancing rock is one type of rock. The thing that it's balancing on is called the Dewey Bridge, and below that is the Navajo rock formation. Now the Dewey Bridge, it's softer and it's more prone to being having erosion absolutely rip into it. So time-wise, I'm not sure, but you might be looking at it falling shortly. Well, I say shortly, maybe in 1,000 years, and that's because it's the Dewey. Okay, I'm going to do a walk, a hike. So I'm going on the Windows Trail. Apparently it takes between half an hour and 60 minutes. It's 1 mile and blah, blah, blah. So go and see if we can get some good footage. So this is the first of my arches. Probably have no energy to film all the other ones, but it gives you an idea of just the scope of the size of this area. And right in the background you might see some more mountain ranges as well, which are quite impressive. So in this area there's 3 windows. This is the biggest one, or widest one, like in portrait size. And then there's another one I'll wander to over there, and then I'll wander back to the RV. Only feet away from this absolutely majestic canyon. Beautiful sleep last night, and nice and fresh. I think it probably feels about 72 degrees. Not sure what that is in the old days. I've become accustomed to the American way. It's very quiet, no animals, no disturbances, just lovely. This is called the Pink Ledges hike. Very short, but you can see the hoodoos. I think it's important that I give a bit of a report on this walk now. The first part of it is quite short, according to the map, although I seem to have gone onto the long one all of a sudden. But that aside, if you go on the slightly longer one, you need to be aware it's not that steep. There's little bits and pieces that are a bit steep, but you definitely need to be aware of this loose gravel underneath. You could slip. I'm not trying to diss the area, but just be aware of that and make certain you've got the best boots or best hiking shoes on as possible. Don't wear flip-flops or thongs, or just something very, very casual. So but look at that view. It really is. Pretty sure they're called hooters or hoodoos. This path is fairly steep, so watch out for that. Remember when you were little, you used to look up at the clouds and you'd look at them, and if you look at them long enough, you'd come up with, oh, that's a monkey, or that's a shark swimming by and all that sort of stuff. Well, that's how I think it is with the Valley of the Goblins. If you look at it long enough and you've got a bit of a distance away and you've got a good imagination, which you might be able to see all sorts of things in these little goblins. So I'll get out of your way, I'll just give you some footage of it and you can make up your own little ideas. Well, there you have it, all about canyons that I've visited here in America thus far. So hopefully it has been of some use to you. Don't forget to get your America's Beautiful Pass, cost $80. And don't forget to, when you're presenting it to the range going through the the reception, make certain you've got your pass and a driver's license or passport ready to go to marry in with it. So if you found the video useful, helpful and or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, I will still keep waiting. And if you think the video is worth sharing, please do. Till next time, I'll see you. This is Paul Wheel Drive, signing off.